All right, welcome to TxtCart. You have made an amazing decision to come work with some of the finest folks in SMS marketing for Shopify. We are so glad you are here and we cannot wait to show you around. So we've taken some time to put together this video to help kind of introduce the platform, some of the core features, and help you optimize things to get the most out of it in the quickest amount of time. So without further ado, let's dive in. So like I said, this video is going to give you a live lay of the land in the order that we recommend setting things up from the get-go and where to go deeper once you're ready. So starting off on the home page here, everything starts here at home, right? So at the top of the page, you're going to see a couple of different things, everything from some banners, right? In this case, we have our Shopify data syncing as this is a net new install, right? We have all of our kind of key card metrics here, right? So total revenue, total spend, ROI, these are kind of the key at a glance metrics that you're going to care about. We have the ability to filter by different date ranges here and kind of update these metrics. We have our top performing flows, our recent SMS campaigns. We have some quick actions. We have our monthly top 100 leaderboards. We have some recommended apps, some recommended next steps, all nicely tucked away here in the homepage. So let's dive in. On the left side of your navigation here on the left sidebar, we've organized it into three sections. Under the top, you have the three core tools. That is going to be your flows, that's going to be your campaigns, and that's going to be your conversations. Below that, we have the audience grouping. So this is where your list and segments live, your tags, and all of your subscribers. And then under that, we have our configuration section. So this is going to be where you have your AI agent and your marketplace. In addition to that, we also have our insights page under analytics. So with that, here is the order that we suggest working through as a net new account, right? So first off, before you get too far in the weeds, you'll see that you have this little modal down here and you'll have this little section right here. At the very minimum, we recommend very highly that you take care of this. So what this is going to do is say add more markets, configure SMS flows, send your first campaigns, refer friends, and earn cash. So add more markets is what's going to allow you to add more regions to text, right? So by default, TxtCart is set up to work with the US and Canada regions. We also have the UK and Australia that are available for additional purchase. And at the time of filming this video, that's what we have live. In about 1 week from the date of this publishing, so very, very soon, we are adding 22 more countries to our international suite. That's going to allow you to reach a much broader range of customers. And then shortly thereafter, we have about 15 more countries on the backlog. That gives us basically the full gambit of the international range that you probably care about. So definitely want to configure all of the phone numbers that you're going to want. You will have to get approved by a phone number for each country that you want to be able to send in. Each has their own compliance, their own laws and regulations, but if you sell in multiple countries, you have customers in multiple countries, it's very important that you get this configured because it's going to limit where you can text customers and how effective your marketing is going to be moving forward if you don't have these numbers set up. In a lot of cases, these numbers are pretty easy to get set up and very, very cheap to acquire, so it's worth taking the time to configure these numbers right off the rip. So outside of this very basic getting started here, here's the order that I would suggest working through as a new account. So the first and the most important thing, and we're going to move my camera here, is going to be setting up your AI agent. This is the core of the platform. We are the AI native SMS marketing platform for e-commerce. What that means is we give an AI agent on every plan that is going to sell and support and help conversate with your customers all automatically without a human ever having to review or intervene or respond to a text. It's very, very powerful. So this is the engine, essentially, that handles all of the two-way conversations with your shoppers automatically. Again, answers questions, recovers sales without ever needing someone to reply. So I'm not going to go into the full breakdown here. There is a separate video that will go over the entire AI agent configuration. But as you can see here, you have a couple of different tabs. You have the ability to edit the information here, toggle on and off different skills that you care about, create bundles, review your knowledge-based sources, add in verified answers, provide guidelines, and then talk with your AI agent in the playground to make sure that it's working to your liking. This is the single highest leverage thing that you can do to set up your TxtCart platform for success. And it's basically one-time setup, takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you're set and you're golden for basically the rest of the time, unless you want to do further kind of testing or incrementality testing, or just iterate on what you did originally. So moving on further, the next most important thing is going to be configuring and adding flows. So right off the rip, if you didn't configure anything on onboarding, you're going to have 8 flows automatically on. These are your abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, browse abandonment, customer win back, order confirmation, post-purchase upsell, sunset flow, and welcome series. Again, there is a separate video. You can click right here to watch the video on all of the flows. I highly encourage you to do that. But if not, the intent here is that these 8 flows are responsible for 83 to 90% of the SMS flow revenue. So if you do nothing else on flows, you have these 8, you're basically covered from your entire SMS platform and program perspective. However, we do have a bunch of flow templates. We're always adding more. So you can feel free to add any of these flow templates in. You can turn off any of these. When you do so, it's very important to choose which one you want here, right? If you turn it off, but you let subscribers currently enroll complete the flow will finish with the subscribers in it, which means it will continue sending and it will continue billing you. If you don't want that to happen, you just want to kill it cold turkey, you'd have to choose this option right here and then turn off that flow. And again, we have a full flow editor and flow builder that I will show you really quickly. Again, full tutorial in a different video, but this allows you to do everything you could possibly want with all of your flows. Very, very powerful tool, very simple to use. So that is the second most high leverage aspect of setup that we recommend you take within the platform once you are onboarded. Third would be building out the list segments and tags. So if you are new to SMS and you're a relatively new store, you probably don't have a lot of subscribers. You probably don't have an existing list. If you are a larger brand, you come from another platform, you have subscribers in your Shopify, you can export those subscribers pretty easily, and then you can upload them basically via one click, right? So that's called a list. You'll create a list and then you'll drop in a new list, give it a name, fill out the information, and upload that file, and we will get those subscribers added to the TxtCart platform. You will then see them listed in here with your subscribers. And then that's going to be the kind of basis or the starting point for all of your campaigns moving forward. And then any new subscribers added through Shopify syncing, through checkout, through pop-ups, through forms, whatever it might be, they will be continually added to your subscriber list here. Now, with, again, a list and segments and with tags, there are dedicated videos to this. But we highly encourage you guys to take some time to build out some custom segments, to upload your list, and to create tags that are meaningful to your brand so that you can start implementing things the right way and you can start optimizing your campaigns and your flows to be more optimal and more efficient. And then I would say the next most important thing is going to be your campaigns, right? So once you've done all that, you can come over to campaigns and you can build out your campaign calendar here. You can schedule one-time sends. This is going to be where you do all of your product drops, your flash sales, your promotional broadcasts, all of that fun stuff. Very simple to build out, and we give you all of the tools needed to do so. So this is really where I would say most of your spend and most of your time on the marketing side in the platform is going to be spent on the campaigns, but most of the efficiencies and the revenue that's actually going to be driven on autopilot is going to be coming from flows, and that's going to be because you've configured the AI agent. So the kind of 2 buckets is that about 50% of your revenue should be coming from flows and about 50% of your revenue should be coming from campaigns. A good rule of thumb is you want to be sending a campaign between 1 time and 4 times per month. So that would work out to be about once per week or once every other week, depending on your brand, your subscribers, your frequency. But that's how you're going to be able to leverage the best of both worlds in terms of keeping your subscribers active, but also engaged and purchasing. So those are the core aspects of the product and what we really recommend you do to get set up. There's obviously lots of other areas that you can go to explore and kind of, configure your settings, but that's really going to be the most value you're going to get out of it. And you can get all of that done in about 10 to 15 minutes, to be totally honest. So highly encourage you to start with your AI agent and your core flows this week once you have onboarded, and then that's where the fastest return is usually going to come from. Once those are live, you can come back to the dashboard and work your way down the list. Again, once it's done, it's pretty much done forever. You're good to go. Again, if you guys have any questions, we have 24/7 support live chat. They are the best support team in the world. We're here to help you. We're here to maximize revenue and make your guys' life easier. So definitely don't hesitate to reach out. We're glad to have you on board and we're thankful for your business. And again, if you have any questions, we'll be here to support. Have a good one.